Today is Sunday, August 17th, and this is your farm garden tour. We are up here at the northeast end of the garden. The potatoes are directly in front of us. We're noticing the foliage is starting to die back, which means that it's almost harvest time on the potatoes. I think we can get away with keeping them in the ground for probably another 3-4 weeks, which is ideal because the challenge is storing them in a cool, dry place to keep them viable for the next year or so. So we'll keep tabs on that. Sunflowers are coming. Just another reminder that next year I need to get them in way earlier. But corn is doing great. You can see the nearest corn to us is the Bodacious. We've been picking and eating that this weekend. Directly behind it is the Glass Gem, and that stuff is tall. And what's interesting about that is that the ears are forming 5 and 6 feet off the ground. So we might need ladders to harvest the Glass Gem and the Bloody Butcher.
Oh, the Bloody Butcher, we're going to need a crane.
That stuff is crazy tall.
I don't think standing on your shoulders I could reach the top.
No, that stuff is all of 12 feet tall. If it's an inch tall, I think is what she said last night.
Yeah. The Glass Gem has got to be pushing well north of 10.
Yeah. So that's some really tall stuff. I mean
I'm 5'6" on a generous day. And
yeah.
That's damn near to double me.
It's crazy. It's like standing next to an in bamboo. I mean,
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. And I know they're kind of related in that corn is a part of the grass family, as is bamboo, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the way these stalks are constructed, they kind of look like bamboo. It's crazy. So, and then in here, do you remember the name? We looked up the name.
Early Sun Gold.
Early Sun Gold.
We've been calling it super sweet. It is not super sweet.
It is not super sweet.
But according to the internet and the information about this corn, it's supposed to be the best for freezing on the cob, but I take that to mean it's a really good freezing corn either way. So we'll see. That's the one that we froze the most of.
Yep, we did eat it fresh, and the kernels are nice.
Yeah.
And they husk nice. I mean,
not
the husk,
chewy at all.
No.
The silk comes off of it amazing. It's
It
super
does.
easy to clean.
Yep.
But it just doesn't, it's not super sweet. It's like the old school sweet corn from when we were kids.
Yep.
It's really what it reminds us of. And when we looked up which one it was, we came to discover that that's exactly what it is.
Right. So it didn't do anything wrong. It didn't not grow properly. It's just not the sweetest of sweet corns. So I don't think we'll ever grow it again. Maybe, maybe not.
Well, that's just it. If it turns out to be an amazing freezing corn, then yeah, we're probably going to grow it again, because that's 80% of why we grew this corn, was because we couldn't get any good corn last year to freeze.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little bit at the end of the season, but we're out of corn. I mean, like, we legit had no corn left. So,
What did you find?
Oh, there was just a couple more of the Bodacious down there that looked like they needed to get picked. And
Nice.
it's a nice ear. So
Yeah, for sure.
These
Bloody Butcher, I mean, they're just, it's kind of cool just to walk through it because you almost feel like you're in a jungle. I don't recall ever standing next to corn that was this tall. It's mind-blowing.
Again, 5'6" on a generous day. This is way more than double me.
Yeah, that's at least 2 Troys.
Almost, I bet that's damn near 3 of me.
Well, you can tell this stuff here is roughly, I mean, some of them are 6 feet tall.
The tallest ones are sitting right at 6 feet.
And then you can see the Bloody Butcher behind it. Another at least 6 feet there. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, there's this one. I don't know that I cannot touch the cob.
I can't see the cob from here. That's funny.
So it's all fun. I love it. This is awesome.
Yeah. It's kind of cool when you come around the bend to see the corn in the four distinct different heights. Here's a cob forming
Here's one right
that's,
here.
I don't know, 6 feet off the ground, at least. Here's one that's closer. I really want to peel it back to look at it. I'm dying to see the color. So somehow,
Not sure really what happened there.
pause the video.
So yeah, we're gonna do this. The other one was not ready. It was really a small cob though. And this one again is not ready.
All right, nice
So
full ear though.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful ear. Was the brownest, so that usually means it's the closest being done. That one actually you could probably take home and eat. It was that young, but
So we got in here and did some weeding. Finally, had been meaning to weed this for weeks. And as a result of the grass being so thick and prolific in here, we did lose a lot of the stuff that we put in. In the middle dashes, we had bunching onions. They just didn't do anything. I think they just got choked out. We do have some beets, so we might end up with half a dozen beets or so.
which is all right. They're good when they're little.
Yeah. And we've got some Swiss chard. The biggest reason that I wanted to weed in here was because I have herbs that I really wanted to have an opportunity to do something. So that is what we're looking at now. This is oregano. It looks pretty nice. It's a little spotty on this side. This is rosemary. This is English lavender.
Wait a minute.
I know.
The rosemary and English lavender look an awful lot alike.
They do. I'm thinking.
We'll find out.
And there's a woolly caterpillar.
Another one. Oh, that's right.
So, yeah.
They didn't see the other one.
No, because I paused the video unknowingly. We've got zinnias over here. And some onions down the middle. These guys did get weeded at one point, so they survived. Up here, we have thyme.
Well, aren't those onions ones that we started from seed?
These are some that my sister started from seed.
Okay.
And then here we have sweet marjoram and some lemongrass. And the flowers, like the zinnias and the marigolds, those are twofold. One, they kind of attract and, well, the marigolds stink. They stink. And so naturally they repel some pests. That might be destruction. The cabbage. In addition, there's a lot of birds that are around here, and we think that those caterpillars were getting picked off by the birds. And these carrots are looking great. They're straight down the middle here. These are Danvers half long down here. And then as we get to the end of the row, we've got some Kyoto Red, which Troy was saying is one of his favorites. One of mine too. They're nice and firm. They grow well in this soil.
And unlike other things that we've grown, like the Royal Burgundy beans, they turn green when you cook them. The Kyoto Reds stay the red, like really dark red when you cook them.
Yeah.
Which is unusual, and that's why we really like them, and they got a really good flavor.
Yep. Check out this pepper. This is an early summer pepper. And we don't really care for green peppers. The people in the family that do like peppers, like the yellow, orange, and red ones. This one should turn yellow. Hopefully, nature will leave it alone long enough for it to turn that color. This one is a candy cane chocolate cherry. And when these ripen, they're kind of variegated on the leaves, and the peppers themselves end up kind of variegated. They get brown and reddish stripes on them. We planted some of these last year. They're a real nice sweet pepper. But I planted all the seeds I have left because we really examined whether or not we would eat peppers, and we don't. So a lot of these I think my sister will use, and we're just not pepper eaters. So we decided to plant the seeds that we had left and let them do what they're going to do, and probably won't purchase any more.
And your mom does enjoy watermelon.
These.
Yeah, two little guys right there. We got a nice big one right there. There's another little one next to it. Yeah, a few watermelons.
Yeah, even on the wimpy vines down there, we've got melons.
There's, I think, 3 or 4 nice size ones there.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. Our basketball-sized pumpkin squashes. Video will slide in here. Somewhere in the video.
I thought it looked a little bit like coming out of Jurassic Park or something. It was kind of cool.
But look at all these blooms. If every single one of these turns into a pumpkin, that's a lot of pumpkin.
What did your mom say? One of these blueprints last year?
She got 22 packages.
I thought it was 22 cups of.
It might be.
But out of one.
One pumpkin.
Yeah.
Here we have
Halona
cantaloupe. And these guys are nice. Are starting off nice. I think they're doing a little bit better than they did last year, even as far as the fruit. There's at least, there's 4 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And this side over here is loaded. They just kicked one there. And there's 3 hills of it, so.
And we have 3 hills because it was so good last year, so sweet. I've never known you to eat cantaloupe.
No, I mean, because it's usually crunchy and flavorless, and the same with the honeydew. But this cantaloupe it was like eating candy.
Yeah.
And it just.
And
it was
again,
good.
Look at all those blossoms. If every single one of those were to turn into a melon.
And the pollinators have been out here like crazy. Juliet spent half the morning photographing the bumblebees in and out of all of these flowers. In fact, the zucchini ones have all closed up for the evening now.
Yeah. As long as we're here, let's just take a quick look at the zucchini. This is the yellow zucchini. Look at that. The vines in there kind of look like spaghetti. There's a nasty one down there we should probably pull off. I don't think it got... I'm told that when squash and other vines like this have rotten fruit on the vine, it's because it wasn't pollinated properly.
Oh. That makes a lot of sense. That's what they say. Well, some of the videos I've watched, people have said that even though it shows a fruit there with the blossom, if it doesn't turn into an actual fruit, it's because it didn't get pollinated.
Well, I just screwed up.
That one could have been a deep fried one.
That could have been a deep fried one.
That's all right.
Well, we got 3 here that would be ready to go to eat small. I don't know what it is with Minnesotans, but we tend to let them get to the size of
baseball bats,
caveman clubs before they get picked. This is called a gray zucchini, and there's one there. Oh, I think I know what you're gonna do. I'm not gonna put it on camera until you figure it out.
Okay.
Nah.
No,
I'll do it.
Continue on. We'll see.
Celery. Celery looks good. More zinnias. We are, as a family, we are done and over the beans. So, Mom has some cousins that are going to come visit her tomorrow, I believe. And they're going to pick whatever they can find. This, again, is why we plant zinnias in the garden. To get these pollinator guys in here. So, it's nice to see them. Haven't seen any honeybees. They've all been bumblers. but we're happy to have them nonetheless. Plus, my
Our
mom gets cut flowers. She can come out and take some for the table.
that's the megaton that I was so certain had snails in it, which turned out to be poop from little cabbage worms, but it's come back,
Yeah,
which is awesome.
it is.
That one is coming. It's slow to come, but
Yep.
that's all right. Those megatons, I mean, they're still going to get almost twice that size.
These things are amazing for stuffed cabbage. I
Mhm.
mean, you can get
Like
3, 4
Monster
cabbage
burrito
rolls.
size stuffed cabbage rolls.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it.
It's awesome. All right, butternut squash. Let's talk butternut.
Did we?
There's a huge one over here.
Oh yeah.
And these guys won't be ready to pick for another 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So imagine how big that stupid thing is going to get. And this one is loaded too. I mean, these blossoms are absolutely ridiculously huge. And they're everywhere. So, this is an acorn squash. I see plenty of blooms, but I haven't seen any little acorns. Have you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. Right here.
Oh! There it is. All right.
There's a bunch of them.
Very cool. And our cabbages,
More cabbages.
they look good. I'm not quite sure why it takes so long for these red ones to take off.
I don't either. I don't know if we're
I'll
doing
have
something
to-
wrong with them or what.
I don't know. I'll have to do a little research on that.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we are done with the beans
Yep.
and done with the peas.
And we say we're done with the beans, but that's only because we have what? 45 quarts of green beans at home and another 20 something pints.
Yep. So,
So we've got plenty.
we're going to skip the peas and beans. Oh, there is something down
Oh,
here I
there
want to
is.
show you, though.
There is something you've been skipping over. No, not
There's
the
a bee.
sunflowers.
But these are so pretty.
Well, they are.
We got to stop and see, there's 2 of them on there.
Look at that.
It's crazy how these sunflowers attract them. They're just...
They're always over here too.
Mm-hmm. All right, so dead peas, dead peas, dead peas. I'd kind of forgotten about this thing because it looked a little sick when we put it in the ground. And I knew it needed to climb. This is a loofah. I'm super stoked to see if we get any loofahs. You know, if you go to, what is it, Health and Beauty store, you can buy a loofah sponge. Well, this is the plant that produces the loofah that makes the loofah sponge. So we'll have to see if that generates anything, but there it is. So that's exciting. And here are volunteer morning glories. If it were a few hours ago, those guys would still be open, but there they are, just out in the garden, being happy amongst the dead peas. I think the story of the weekend, though, is really truly the tomatoes. We got in here and really yanked. Oh, Troy, now I understand what you just did and looked at me all funny. You pulled this out. He was a volunteer. This is a ground cherry. He doesn't really like them.
Those things take over everything.
But I like... okay, I'll let that go. So, here's the tomatoes. These guys got their first real haircut and tie-up this weekend.
This row.
Yes, this row. And you can kind of tell this is a different variety than most of what we have on the other panels because they're shorter. But they're loaded. I mean, look at these Roma tomatoes. They're prolific and some of them are starting to blush and turn. These are great. You can eat them just raw. They're great for sauces and such. So, yeah, the tomatoes are, I'm excited because now we're starting to actually get some that we can eat and do something with. But look at these monsters. They're just huge and prolific. There's some more Roma style over there. They're almost equally as big. They're huge. So yeah, tomatoes this year, we should have a bumper crop, which go back about 8 videos and we weren't sure what we were going to have for tomatoes this year. These are Brad's Atomic Grape.
This is, I think, our third attempt at those things.
Yeah. So they turn this blackish, purplish, stripy color as they start to ripen. And yeah, I have yet to eat one that's completely ripe. Every time I've tried, the color is turned, but the tomato itself is still really hard. And I guess I plant things like this just because this is why the F Not garden. And you grow things like this because they look cool in the catalog, and why the F not?
Exactly.
And if it works out and you like it, great, plant it again. If it doesn't work out, or if you don't like it, then you don't plant it again, but at least you know. At least you tried.
Exactly.
So here's some Romas that are starting to turn, blushing, as we say.
Those will be ready next weekend.
Yeah. And we've got our basil down there. I really should have trimmed up the basil to get the blooms off. I'm told that basil is best before it goes to bloom. If it goes to bloom, then the flavor profile changes. So I'm sure that's true, but I just haven't had time to do anything with it. So it's blooming. This is a mystery tomato. It came in the packages that said they were Roma. Those are clearly not Roma, but
These better not be those currant ones again.
no, I think they're too big.
I bet those are like a grape tomato.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what this one is either.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
Oh, that was a trim. If you go back in the videos, I bet that was one that it was a top we had trimmed off.
Okay. Cucumbers. We've already harvested these. I'll slide in a picture of the harvest. It was varieties over here of cucumber. English long. And the other one is called Green Light. Hey Duke, check it out, bro. That you decided to pick on your own. Better finish it. So the English long, this one probably needs just a couple more days.
Mm-hmm. Figure your mom can have that one. Very
few seeds, nice and firm flesh. Great eating cucumber. And these other guys, the Green Light, I can't really find a very good example, but they stay smooth and they only get to be about 6 inches long and about that big around. So they're great just snacking cucumber. I haven't tried to pickle them. I have heard that if you do, they tend to get a little softer than you might want your pickles to be. But we'll see. These are tomatoes that fell off as we were trimming. And based on the fact that we have this many tomatoes still on the vines, we're not going to worry about a little bit of loss.
No.
So, yeah. I'm pretty pleased with the way the tomatoes are coming along this year. These are very interesting. These are Copia tomatoes, and they kind of ripen stripy like that. Real nice sized tomato though. It's a biggin. That is an Amish paste, and they are also very large tomatoes. Just starting to blush. We got some.
Yeah, I hope they don't all crack like that when they start to ripen though, because that was one of the things they didn't like about them last year.
Yeah. So yeah, there's gonna be quite the harvest. These guys are kind of an unsung hero of the garden. This is nasturtium. and they're really pretty. And they're kind of stinky to bugs, I guess, because they recommend that you companion plant them next to your other vegetables so that they repel bugs and such. But check this thing out. There's where the main stalk comes up, and this thing has kind of been groomed and trimmed all the way over to this edge of the cattle panel, and it is absolutely loaded. Hey, I was trying to see if they were marinating in that basil plant, but there are clusters of these things everywhere. They are a yellow tomato, so there are a couple in there that could probably be picked right now. But yeah, everything's going well. Let me take you over to the wagon and show you what we've harvested. So here's the corn that we got today. What's on the left-hand side, this side, is the
Early sun gold.
early sun gold. And these are the bodacious. And there they are side by side. Bodacious is a little bit bigger. Kernel's a little bit lighter.
A little bit smaller too.
A little sweeter.
Shorter. Yeah, a lot sweeter.
Yep.
Oh, and there's the corn smut.
Oh yeah, we'll come back to the corn smut in a second here. Here's the cucumber hull. A few tomatoes over there. Let's talk corn smut. So, when I was a kid, we used to find this on the corn and think, ew, it's gross.
That one there is a good example because you can see like the blown up kernel pieces.
And this is actually a delicacy in some regions and countries. And Troy works with someone who asked that if we found any smut, that we bring it back to him. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring him the smut. And it's not a disease, it's not from bugs, it's actually a mushroom. So, and if you get a taste of it, you better tell me what it tastes like.
I'm hoping I'll bring some that I can bring home so you can taste it too.
I'm scared.
I am kind of a little bit too. What the heck, you know? I mean, if he eats it and doesn't die and brings me some.
Exactly.
It's not like an exotic thing, and who knows? I really enjoy mushrooms. I love the umami it adds to food, so maybe it'll be one of those things that we develop a taste for. Heck, we eat lutefisk.
We? You got a mouse in your pocket?
We eat a little bit every year, don't give me that.
All right, so that's all we've got for you today. Until next time, take care.